Today we've got Coinbase in the news. I've been waiting to make this video for a little bit until I was able to read through everything. The major story is two lawsuits. Now, these were both filed in a court in San Francisco. So one is claiming insider trading for Bitcoin Cash. They were supposed to be released on January 1st. Coinbase decided, you know what, let's do it earlier on GDAX, December 19th, and that turned out to be a total disaster. So there was supposedly some employees selling off, we don't know, whatever. That's one lawsuit. The second lawsuit was two brothers from 2013 are accusing Coinbase of keeping their Bitcoins. Now, that could turn into a class action lawsuit with thousands of people who were affected by similar circumstances joining in and saying, you know what, screw Coinbase. Obviously, I am a little bit biased towards Coinbase because my account has been banned. I was able to take out my money, but I also am fairly aware of a substantial amount of people who had money locked in. And there's still some people probably right now who have $10,000, $100,000 locked in Coinbase. Emails haven't been responded to. The call line is a disaster. And overall reviews of Coinbase have been sliding off a little bit. But that's only one segment. The second part of the story is that Coinbase is handing over 13,000 documents to the IRS of every single account owner, which through some period of time had over $10,000 worth of trades, blah, blah, blah. I don't think I've been affected, but a fair amount of people out there are freaking out because they're like, oh no, I didn't report it. That's okay. It's not going to screw you over, most likely. And the last bit of news is the most recent. Yesterday, Coinbase announced their cryptocurrency index fund. I talked about it, I think, before in Avi a couple months back. There was some news going on about it, how they were raising capital, and they had some plans for it. Well, it finally came out, and accredited investors, guys with, millions of dollars, the traditional SEC-abiding Wall Street schmucks, they are going to be part of that, and they're excited about that. So, whoop-de-hoo! My name is Mike Ricubera. Thanks so much for joining in today, and after that very long delayed intro, let's kill it. So for those of you who are unaware of what an index fund is, it allows certain individuals, people with a lot of money who are diversified regardless, they don't really know too much about cryptocurrencies in this case. They know it's something hip, cool, awesome, there's some money to be made, it's risky, and they're not looking at an individual asset, they're looking at an entire asset class. So, yeah, whoop-de-woo, awesome. I guess more exposure for Coinbase, more exposure for the blockchain community, but that's money that, I don't know, it's okay. It doesn't excite people like us, the tech nerds. So, on to the next story, the lawsuits. The first one is something that we're all familiar with. If you remember, Coinbase paused at $7,500 Bitcoin Cash. Now, in reality, it was $3,000, and this price kind of peaked around here where, people, it was trading at like $1,000 or $1,200 or something like that before, and then people found out that Coinbase / GDAX listed it. GDAX, for those who don't know, it's Coinbase's brother, which is the more technical aspects, so you're able to do limit orders, and, it's something grandma would get a little confused upon. That's fine, whatever. I'm banned from both. It doesn't really matter. So Coinbase paused Bitcoin Cash after 4 minutes into a failed launch because they got overwhelmed, which, A, there could be some server problems, B, not enough people were working on that day, and, they weren't really prepared for the magnitude of this entire situation, or C, there was some insider trading, whether it was at an executive level, some smaller guys, or maybe all. And there's D, all of the above probably happened. I'm guessing D. Welcome to Coinbase. They admitted, even CEO Brian Armstrong, who's got billions of dollars now, or, after the recent Bitcoin crash, he might be a little bit under $1 billion, but don't worry, he's going to be a billionaire regardless. It's all good. So he announced that, yes, Coinbase needs to hire more people. They've been having some problems with scaling, and not everything has been organized correctly. Sure, some investors and participants of Coinbase have been affected, and they're very sorry, blah, blah, blah. Wah, wah, wah. So one lawsuit is going for $5 million, alleging that a lot of people were affected by this, and I don't know, we'll see if there's any evidence that comes out of it, but it's nice that there's some lawsuits being thrown around. Now, there is the other side of the spectrum. We got to play devil's advocate here, where I mean, you got to think about it. Walmart gets a couple thousand lawsuits every year. Coinbase is one of the largest brands out there in the cryptocurrency community. It's one of the largest and most well-known applications out there for Bitcoin, and they've got billions of dollars they're working with. So, of course, there's going to be some lawsuits thrown in there, which these are kind of the first bigger ones, and of course it's going to make news because why not? The media loves it. So this doesn't necessarily mean anything's going to happen, but maybe it's a step in the right direction. Who knows? Do I think Coinbase is an evil, evil company? Brian Armstrong's out to get us. No, I actually don't. I understand what they're going through because sometimes it gets a little overwhelming where even in my case, my email inbox sometimes gets full. And when I took on work with Travel Block, you know, my WhatsApp, my Skype, Telegram, everything's full, right? And that's nothing compared to dealing with thousands or millions of unhappy customers because, oh no, the server went down for a minute and then, you know, there's thousands of altcoins you got to work with. I mean, not really with Coinbase, but GDAX, but still, same thing. And it just grew too quickly. I get it, you know. It gets to a point where it is so exciting, but it's also so stressful, so nerve-wracking. You got to manage thousands of employees, thousands of weird servers. It's going crazy. So the second lawsuit, though, is one that gets a little more sympathy for me. And that's due to the fact that there's these two brothers that said, you know, somebody sent them Bitcoin. Coinbase alerted them. Now, if you're not a member of Coinbase, you can't really claim it. And Coinbase just kept the Bitcoin. Now, Coinbase kept the Bitcoin, and that was around $200 at the time. And obviously, you know, even with the bear market, it's $10,000. Well, it did fall $10,000. $9,300 right now, but whatever. So it's still a fair chunk of change right there. I'm not sure how much Bitcoins was sent. Maybe it was a fair amount. I don't know, 10, 100 Bitcoins, whatever. And there's plenty of other people, thousands of people have reported that they had similar situations. It's kind of unfair that you need a Coinbase account. What are they doing with the Bitcoin? Probably they were investing. That's the typical situation. And on top of that, there might be more lawsuits coming up just due to the fact that, you know, for example, something similar to my situation. I was able to withdraw my Bitcoin, and that's fine. I know that people are still sending Bitcoin because I've withdrawn an extra probably $200 or $300 worth of Bitcoin over the past couple months, even though I closed down those addresses. Those are like old addresses that I posted on old videos, whatever. And even after privating a bunch of videos, there's still some people that donate. Thank you very much, by the way. But Coinbase doesn't really alert me. They're like, whatever, close your account, bro. So I understand where, you know, things have been going. I mean, here's the thing, though. I don't think Coinbase is as bad as Poloniex, but that's for another video. Poloniex got bought out by Circle, so I don't know, maybe that's a good thing or a bad thing, but there's a lot going on in the cryptocurrency world. Coinbase is not the worst offender out there, obviously. I think they just need a better grip on the situation. And in terms of the IRS, well, the government got a little happy at the fact that, whoa, there's billions of dollars at stake here, and we need this tax money. And it's very unfortunate that we can't track all these Bitcoins. So how do we do that? Let's target Coinbase because they're the largest one. Now, did Coinbase work out an agreement? Yeah, I'm sure they did. After a bunch of lawsuits going all over the place and legal attorneys just like flying around and like arguing, I can just imagine it. Sort of, I guess. I don't know. Maybe they were dining together and sipping some Dom Perignon. They were like, you know what? Screw these clients. Maybe that happened. So we'll see what happens with that. But in terms of not worrying, well, the 13,000 people just because it was turned in doesn't mean... I'm getting so distracted by that. That's been driving me nuts all day today for the past couple of hours. Just because your name has been turned into the IRS doesn't mean you're immediately going to get screwed. By the way, you know, if you're behind on your taxes, you get multiple warnings before anything really happens. And this is if it's a significant amount or if it's just standing right out there and they're like, oh, come on. Okay. So that happened. That's that. It's broken. That's that for today with Coinbase, and let me know what you guys think about this wonderful company and Brian Armstrong down in the comment section below. Let me know what other videos might interest you. If you enjoy this, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you hate me, I don't know, meditate in a corner for 5 minutes and tell me why you dislike my videos. So we shall see you guys tomorrow. Maybe, probably, hopefully. Today we're talking about my favorite company ever, Coinbase. Now, I'm not biased at all whatsoever. Well, that's one long line. Check that out. Holy moly, something must have happened, but that's crazy. And of course, you know, it extends out that way, and every 5 minutes I hear bing, beep, boom, bing. Ah, music to my ears. Da-da-da, making crypto.